Okay, I had an idea when I made garlic rolls, or garlic knots. So in garlic knots, you take your dough and you roll it out into long strands like this. And then you kind of braid them together like this. And then you start rolling them underneath. And you create your garlic knot. You know, that's basically a rudimentary garlic knot right there. So I thought, what if I added, I don't know, maybe a pizza ingredient, you know, kind of an idea, theme, if you will, to kind of spice this thing up. So what I'm thinking is I want to like get these into like rectangles kind of. I want to get these into rectangles and then roll them up and then braid them together and then create the garlic knot that way. So that's my idea. I think this is enough dough. This is pizza dough, very elastic, so it's gonna, you're gonna be able to move this around a little bit. So I'm gonna take this one and put it back in the bowl and start shaping this one here. Into a rectangle type of a formation here. Okay. Getting there. I probably want it to be like 15 inches. Because the food stuff's going to be in about 10 or 12, maybe 9. Ends are going to be sealed up and braided. So pepperonis, let's see here, it's that big. So when I fold it, I need to have at least half of this to be wetted down so it seals up and does its fun thing. So I'm thinking probably, I don't know, 6 inches at least, a piece. I can always cut this later into size. I'm getting into a kind of a triangle type, a rectangle type of a shape. I keep saying triangle. We don't need it to be too thick. Nice and thin. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Let me get the mozzarella. Okay, here's the mozzarella right here. It's already pre-cut. So we're just going to kind of lay it out, put some pizza sauce down, and roll this thing up. It's going to be fun. Okay, so take a bit of sauce. Just kind of bring it down to the bottom. There we go. And just a little bit up here so it seals. There we go. Okay, so now this one is going to be the pepperoni one. So we'll leave this just a little bit lower right here. Kind of something like that. Okay. That's good. Leave a little bit for the end. So we're not going to need all that. It's not going to be not going to be needed. So let's take the mozzarella. And it is, like I said, in chunks. It's been sliced, but I want to take it and get this thing. Let's see what we're looking at here for the mozzarella. I don't know. I could probably just break that in half, but I want it to be a little bit more uniform. So let me just use a prep knife here real quick. Cut these into thirds, because that's a nice healthy dose. Okay. Just a little bit more. There we go. So now we got our mozzarella in here. Now, time to, very tasty. So let's see here. Now it's time to twist this thing up. Now I've been contemplating, do I want to twist it up and let it set, or do I want to twist it up, braid it, and then let it set? I don't know. I just really don't know. So if you've ever rolled a cigar, it's something similar to this, where you get the dough on the outside or the leaf on the outside, and you just kind of press it inward. Yeah, just like that until you kind of feel the components, and then give it a twist. Give it a twist. We're doing pretty good here. That's looking pretty good. Okay, give it another twist. Okay, is that a pretty good braid? Or do we want to do another one? Might as well just do one more. We're here. And then we can take the back side of the knife and just kind of get rid of this jazz right here. Oh. Well, let's just use the scissors. Come here. Come here. There you go. Okay, so now we got our braid, and that's gonna settle in really nicely. And we can just turn it over just a little bit. You can see it kind of squeezing out a little bit. What we'll do is we'll twist this end here a little bit. And then we can cut this off later at any point in time, but we just want to seal in all of that good stuff. And we'll just give this a little twist here. Let that sit for a bit. Because we're going to braid this thing. Want that twist started. Get rid of that. And then we'll get rid of that part. Because these ends are going to be tucked under. Completely underneath. Okay. Next one. I believe we are going to use something like, we'll move this sauce over here, and then just kind of redust this a little bit. Now we're going to do the spinach and the mozzarella, and then we'll braid it. So we'll let this sit over here for a bit. Keep it out of the workspace. Okay. Kind of a interesting piece. I think I'll start with a, there we go. So a little more, kind of more of a foundation to it here. Okay. For some reason I like to pat it. Okay. That looks pretty good. And then we'll just put this this over here. Now we have the spinach and the mozzarella. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Probably just maybe cut these in half. This will be Rachel likes. It's really, she says there's no such thing as too much cheese. So I'm gonna do half and half here. And probably more. Okay. She says there's no such thing as too much cheese. So I'm like, all right, if that's what you think, let's just do it that way. Okay. Okay, here we go. Get all that spinach on there. Okay, so I get the spinach on there. I'm gonna just dribble a little bit of sauce on top of this. So we have distinctive layers. Not so much on the other one, but this one, a little bit of distinctive layering. Okay. Now we'll just grab it like we did with the last one, like that cigar, and just pull her back, or a burrito. Either way. And if it just drips out, just grab some more, pull it in. I can hear it sloshing around on there. I love it. Okay, this is a bigger one. We'll probably use all of this. There we go. That turned in, and this is looking better. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Make sure it's wet. Some sauce. Get her all sealed. Okay, now it's up. Just gotta pinch this. Turn it a little bit. Get it prepped up. Okay. That's gonna get stuck underneath. Then we got that. We'll just let this sit over here. Pinch those ends off and good to go. So now it's just kind of sitting over here. Now we'll braid them here in a bit. Wash my hands. Okay, so braiding is very much like a garlic knot. Let's clean this up just a little bit more. Okay, so very much like a garlic knot. So we've got two pieces. This was the monster one. Let's elongate these as much as we can because it's pizza sauce crust, and you can do that without really messing with it. I see it gurgling in here. It's like a okay. The oven is ready, and then we've got this one. This one's really stretchy. Okay, so we'll start it here. And what we want to do is to keep it all twisted in here. Okay. Come on. As not to interrupt. I want to keep the seam inside as much as possible. Okay. And then we'll take the dough here and we'll twist it. And then what we got here is we'll give it a few more twists. So now we've got two distinctive twists. Okay. One is pepperoni, the other is spinach, and they're both covered in mozzarella. So now what we do is we take this, we poke this underneath, We bring this up. Come on. We keep twisting it like a garlic roll, like a garlic knot. So this is we just tuck that underneath, just like this. And you can squish it down a little bit so it cooks a little bit better. But that is the, I don't know, that's my version of the garlic knot calzone. We'll see how it turns out. All right, well, this thing has risen up quite well. It's looking pretty good, so I'm thinking the next step is to coat it with a bit of butter, garlic, and a couple other things that I've got cooking over here. But first, what I want to do is, mozzarella looks so good when it's baked, so I'm going to just stuff a few little sections of mozzarella inside the creases for the heck of it. I think it's going to look really good. Get that kind of that crisper look to it. And it's not a whole bunch. It's just enough to get in these creases and seal that up. Now, look at that. That looks really pretty. Now for a bit of the garlic and butter. Get all that in there. Oh boy, look at that. There we go. Get that on the outside there. Scoop it in there a little bit. Get it on that cheese. Okay, I think this is looking pretty good. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to pat that down a little bit in there. Come here. There you go. All right, that should dribble a little bit, but there. Now we got mozzarella kind of strung all the way around the crease of this the seam of this, I guess. God, I don't know. What is this thing here? Some kind of a twisted calzone? I don't know. Let's put it in the oven. Echo. Set a timer for 18 minutes.
18 minutes, starting now.
Now, I've never done this before.
Do you want to listen to the station My Likes and More on Amazon Music?
No, thank you. What I'm thinking here, we'll check it in 18, 20 minutes. It's probably going to take a lot longer. Calzones usually take quite a bit longer than just regular pizza. So we'll check it after a bit here. And we'll see how we're doing. Okay, so this calzone, braided calzone, has been in the oven for 35 minutes. Tends to cook a little bit longer up here in the high altitude. We're up well over 4,000 feet, so this is what it looks like. I put a little tinfoil hat on here to keep the top from burning, but it's got some nice melty mozzarella, so that's good. Has a big old blowout over here, so which looks like it is, there's a piece of spinach there, so it's the spinach area. I had puffed that up quite a bit, but let that sit a bit. Kind of sounds good. It has, you can kind of get up a little closer there, you can kind of see all the cheese that blew over right here, but all the areas I put mozzarella in really stayed, intact. There might be some areas over here where there's pockets, but we won't know until we let this cool for a bit, and we'll come back to it. Okay, let's take a look. It's been 10 minutes. Cheese should still be a little gooey, so you kind of, yeah, look at that. That's a nice string right there. So let's break this thing open. We got some, yeah, it's got little pockets. This one has got the mozzarella and spinach. Let's give this a try. That's pretty good. Not overpowering by any means. I could have added a little bit more sauce in there. But for dipping, this would be amazing because you can just dip whatever sauce you want on this. And the marinara isn't overpowering by any means. All right, where's that pizza one out? Is it here? A pepperoni one? Nope. Gotta be here. Where's that pepperoni? Okay, let's give this a shot. Just like a calzone. But it's better because you can have 2, 3 braids if you want. Have different ones in there. Have a huge thing. Break off sections. Dunk them in your different sauces. I like this. I like it better than a calzone. Yay.